Okay, I realized after I posted that last video that there were a couple of things I wanted to point out and I forgot. So this will be kind of a continuation of that last one. Plus that last one was getting way too long. But one thing I forgot to mention, where the wheel weights go in, right here. Remember I showed you that I snipped the round parts that go into the T part here. Also, they don't fit. Is it going to focus? They don't fit. The diameter of the wheel weight does not fit in here very well at all. So what I had to do is go in with the blade of an X-Acto knife and just slice down here a little bit, slice down here a little bit, in order to get that to fit in order to get that to press in there properly. Okay, so one thing that will definitely help with that is one of these. I actually had that taped to my camera. So building the wheels is definitely a whole lot easier using one of these things, because you can really get in there and you can really see what you're doing, so you don't cut too much or whatever. And a few times when I went to put these in, because I was using this, I realized that I was starting to put it in with one of the little ferrule pieces put in backwards, which if you do that, it won't work. They won't lock in. And also, I think I mentioned before, a few places I got, the glue got away from me. I used way too much glue. I still have to kind of shave off a little bit that came out too much. It doesn't matter what it looks like back in here, because that won't be seen, but you don't want it up onto those little parts here. Okay, so you got to be careful not to use too much. Again, it's just a tiny bit, like right here was about what you want. And it's not really focusing too well, but you just want it a little bit right in here, again, just to lock that in. You don't want it up here at all, okay, which I screwed up and I did, but it cuts off easily enough, I guess. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Now also, I did find those brass pieces here. So these two pieces here, and they just thread together. It's a really fine thread. Okay, so those are these pieces here. They go on each side, and that locks the whole thing together. And I did put in, on those other two wheels, I did put a little bit of Loctite. So again, that piece goes on here, then that one. And I still haven't done those other spokes yet, but that would go on. And then this piece goes in here, and they screw together. And what I was able to do is just kind of hold this one with my finger and go in with a butter knife and just kind of start screwing that down. And again, it's a really fine thread, so you can get quite a bit of torque on there. And that just holds everything together. Okay? And again, I just put the Loctite on it just to keep it from coming loose later. But anyways, hopefully that helped a little bit more. Trying to think of anything else I need to add as far as the wheels go. The like I said, the back spokes, just like the front ones, only they're shorter, and you don't have any wheel weights to put in there, so it's a little bit easier there. And again, I didn't have any issues with that going on. That seemed to fit fine. Around here, I didn't have to. I don't think I had to adjust that at all. They just look good going on. And one other thing I wanted to mention here. On the instructions, let me just move this out of the way. And I think I pointed this out last time, but I just want to make sure it's kind of clear. And I don't know, I'm not sure if what they did, if the way they drew this is technically correct. But it's not the way I did it, and it's not the way I saw how to do it in other forums. They show that edge of the metal piece on the outside of that big ridge. Okay? The way I did it, it goes on the inside of that big ridge. And again, that's the way I've seen done on forums and other pictures I found online. If you want it around this way, I don't think it fits that way either. I think if you just try to put it on without adjusting it, It'll be on that side on some, but the other side on others, or it'll sit right on the edge, which isn't good. So I think it's easier to tweak that in and sit down this way. And again, I think it looks better. I don't know if they intended for it to actually be like that or not. But anyway, same with this one back here. It just looks better, in my opinion, if it's here instead of here. And you're only talking like 0.5 millimeter. I mean, but anyways, like I said, I don't know it's technically actually correct, but that's the way I'm doing it, and I think it looks fine like that. Anyway, so go build your wheels, have fun with them, take your time, take breaks often, and again, thanks for watching.